Hello and welcome to another video on the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I set up WordPress for my client's web design project. But before we get into that, let me show you what is currently on my screen. What you can see on my screen is a website that was shared with me by a client, and their request is to convert this design into a working WordPress theme that they can then host on their server. When my client reached out to me, he was super excited because what you are looking at is a template that was designed by ChatGPT. Even though it looks obvious that it was AI designed, I'm still quite impressed by the layouts, the choice of colors, and so many other things. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I would set up WordPress on my computer and then start to work on this very project. I hope this is something that you're excited about, so let's jump right in. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into wordpress.org to download a WordPress installation. And all you have to do is click on Get WordPress and then download a copy of WordPress. I already have it installed on my computer, so I'm going to take it off from there. So this is my WordPress file. I'm just going to double click on the zip file to extract it. And then once that is extracted, I will drag it into my htdocs folder, which I have on my sidebar, and then move it into my 2026 projects. I like to keep my projects organized so that I can refer back to them based on the year that they were built. So for this, I'm going to change the name and call it. Now that we have our WordPress folder perfectly placed in our htdocs, the next thing I'm going to do is set up a database that we'll then use to connect to WordPress. So for my installation, I like to use a tool called SQL Pro. It's available for Mac users. There are other alternatives that you can use, including the locally installed PHPMyAdmin, but I generally prefer to use SQL Pro. So I'm going to set up a new database, and I'm going to give it the same name as the project. Now that the database is created, let's head back and then go into our local environment. Select it from here and then click on L models, which is the new project that we are setting up. So this is the WordPress installation screen. I'm going to, by default, select English, click continue, and then I'm going to, the next step is to provide your database information. So let me click on let's go. The database name is the name of the database that we just created. So I'm going to type it. And then I'm going to use the default database credentials, which is root, and password is also root. I'm going to leave the remaining information as it is and then click submit and then run the installation. So now I'm going to provide the website information. In this case, this will be L models. And I'm going to give it a username. And then for the password, I'm going to give it a very simple password, and then click on confirm use of weak password. Since we are in our development environment, it's safe to use any weak password that you want to. But once you move this website to your live server, it's highly recommended that you use a very strong password on your live server. So I'm going to provide an email address. And that's it. Hit the install WordPress button. Now we have it installed. The next thing is to log into WordPress backend. Now our WordPress installation is complete. I'm going to open to visit the site on a new tab. So right click, open on a new tab, just to see what we currently have and what we are working with. Remember, this is the design that we are going to implement in this new WordPress installation, and I'll be using Elementor for that. So let's install the plugins that we require. On your WordPress dashboard, go to the plugins tab and then click on add plugin. Then from here, I'm going to search for Elementor and then install the Elementor plugin with the highest number of active installs. So click on install. This may take a while, so be patient. Now that it's installed, we click on activate to activate the plugin. And then we just close it. If you have an Elementor account, you can connect your account to it. I don't. I'm still working in my local environment. So for now, I will just close this tab. And now we have Elementor installed. There's one more plugin that I'm going to need for my local developments, which is the secured custom fields. So I'm going to go into add plugin and then type in SCF. This plugin will allow us create custom post types that we can then use to manage things like so to give you an example, to manage things like portfolio, and then if we need to add list of models, that will also help us create custom post types to manage the models. WordPress comes with two default post types, which are posts and pages. So the SCF plugin is what we use to add more post types to WordPress to give us a lot more customization. So I'm going to click on install, wait for that to install, and then we activate the plugin. Now that the plugin is installed, all we have to do is click on activate, wait for that to take place, and then we have a new tab added to our WordPress dashboard called SCF. So from here, we can go ahead and create custom post types, custom field groups, and taxonomies as well to organize our content better. The last and final thing we are going to install will be a theme. So we go to the appearance section. Under theme, we click on add theme. So the theme that you're looking for is the Hello Elementor theme. This is a theme that allows you to easily customize and build from scratch a new custom theme for your website. So I'm going to install this. Once that is installed, I'm going to click on activate to activate our new theme. And then I'll come back to my previously opened tab and then refresh to see what our new theme looks like. So as you can see, it looks very, very plain, no design whatsoever. And that is what we are going to change in a subsequent video. So, but for now, one last thing I like to do is come back to themes, make sure that I'm on my theme page. Okay. And then I like to delete all themes that I'm not using just to keep my WordPress installation very light. So I'm going to select the default themes that come with WordPress and then hit delete. Do the same thing for the other two themes. Now we have deleted all unused theme. So to recap, what I did in this video was to set up a new WordPress installation and to install Elementor and the SCF plugin, the Secure Custom Field plugins. And finally, we installed the Hello Elementor theme. So this is our starting canvas. It looks very bland. And what we hope to achieve is to build a website similar to this. So if you're not following the channel, this is a good time to do so that you can watch me work on this website and maybe you'd learn a thing or two. In the next video, I'll be setting up the navigation bar as well as the footer area. And I would also be setting up the hero section. So if that is something that you're interested in, please ensure you follow the channel and I will catch you in the next video.